We're going to create a new note, University Leadership. Today we met with, and here's where you do need to remember some shortcuts. Any kind of a double bracket is going to pull up a menu of different things that you can tag. And so right now, here are the different places that you can do that. You want to do it with the provost and academic affairs. So we met with the provost and academic affairs office. And here you may want to say Susie Smith and Joe Smith. Now, what's interesting about that just sets kind of the original tone of the meeting. And you can go back later and you can add in more tags later as well. But now watch what happens when we go back to our graph. You can see that University Leadership populated right here. It automatically tied in academic affairs, Joe Smith, and it didn't catch Susie, and that's what it was. I didn't close the bracket on Susie. Now you'll see that once it goes underlined, so that was user error. Do not blame Obsidian for my user error. Now this is a live link. Now when we go back to that piece, you'll see if I go to the University Leadership meeting, all three connections are made. And then I can jump right back into the meeting. So now let's say we had some other things going on and we had a discussion about, and I did this with a specific plugin for the library, so a book search, and say we had a discussion about Change by John Cotter, and we want to pull that in. And again, you hit your enter to have your bracket. It automatically comes in. We can go to that book. We can see, and this would be probably for reference afterwards, we can see the automatic metadata pulled into that book from Google about this new version of John Cotter's book. And the nice thing here too, especially for those of you who may be new to Obsidian, you can always navigate back. So you can always go back to the previous thing just by clicking. But you can also just jump around as well. And with all of these links, you can jump into the different components. I can jump back to Provost and Academic Affairs. I can jump to Joe Smith and Susie. And what's cool about this, now we're going to jump into one more thing that's really neat. So let's say this meeting's already occurred, and now I want to add it to Susie's profile. Basically, it allows a two-way connection. That way I can always go back and find that information. I don't have to remember to go to the University Leadership meeting in order to see how I participated with Susie. And again, when I go to this link, it's going to show all of that. But now you'll notice that University Leadership meeting also includes this source or this book.